about 3 years ago, and after a long career in IT and with various other organizations and consulting agencies, I decided to start my own company. At the time, I found the help of an incubator to help me go through that journey. And about a year ago, when the company had already amounted some traction, I decided it was about time to start looking for some investors, and York Angels was one of the groups I went to, and eventually managed to close my first round of funding with them. I'm what you call a technical founder, so I'm very skilled with everything that has to do with computers, and have or had very little experience with the business side of things. And so I guess that first journey, going through raising that first round, was a really interesting lesson on everything from what is the business model to valuation to full due diligence packages, and all those things were completely foreign to me at the time, and working with York Angels was kind of the first push to get me into that world. At the time that there was enough interest to pursue this round, they put me in contact with a venture lab and a program that was designed to help entrepreneurs go through full due diligence. And so it wasn't directly their effort, but they were the ones who pushed me to start building up all these assets and reports and documents that will justify the type of company we had, a robust business model, and eventually everything that was needed to close the round. When it comes to investors, there's really this idea of the strategic investor, which is someone that will be very much an expert in your vertical, in your area, and your industry. And I have to say, I mean, it is always a dream of every entrepreneur, find the perfect investor for their particular business. Looking at York Angels and the broad variety of people that come together in this organization, I think I mean, you see a little bit of different industries, not necessarily a strategic investor in your business, but a broad network of people that will come from different ways of lives and businesses. I think York Angels, in that way, they're just a kind of a first step to get you trained into the process of raising funds. So when the time comes to go and chase the one investor, the one strategic investor you want, you have a better ammunition to close that deal. The money from York Angels, although it wasn't a big round by all means or all standards of nowadays, it was a small round, but it came at the right time to inject new life into our business, to help us gain confidence that what the ideas we had in mind about how this business was going to turn itself into a good business, I mean, having their backing gave us that confidence. And around the same time we got their funding, we also started getting other sources of funding from government grants and other programs. And so when you put it all together, we saw ourselves with the ability to execute in a much more precise way that plan what we had in front of us. And we have been able to use those funds all together, that pool of money, to chase new products, to build new products, to present those products to new clients and industries. And so to me, that was a very important milestone from the original company we had to the company that we have become after the funding. If the first part of our story was all about finding what they call product market fit. So is this a good product? Will clients pay for that product? Will you be able to sell any of these ideas? And I think we have passed and confirmed and validated that we do have, in fact, a great product that clients and specific types of clients will pay for. So now what the next round of funding, the next pool of money will be used to go after larger markets. Anytime you're working with investors, and this might be probably something that I learned as part of this journey with York Angels, is that you need to have not only the picture of what business you would like to to run, but also a good picture of what this business will be in its entire life cycle, so the investors can see a good end to the story. And so that exit in our case is something that is based on the amount of activity that happens in our industry. When it comes to video and when it comes to the way video is used in online, we see a clear trend, and we anticipate that there will be a major consolidation in the space. And with the right amount of technology, with the right clients, we are positioning ourselves to be a target for such acquisitions and consolidations. You have to, as a young entrepreneur with just an idea, you have to run a long way making sure that that idea has legs, that you will have the energy, the passion to keep that idea moving forward, even if there is no money coming from the outside. I think it's a very typical mistake to expect that an investor will come and back your idea just because it's a good idea. And that's not the case. Your idea has to become a business, has to have demonstrated traction of some kind, whether it's traction with clients, whether it's traction in terms of users. And when you are at that point, then I think the next phase is figuring out how to structure the work that you have done, that original idea, transform it into a business that can grow. And at that point, I think the conversation with investors will be more productive. They've been there at the right milestones. I'm not going to give them full credit for everything that we have done, but they've been there at the right time to help us move on to the next phase, and I'm very grateful for that. I hope they'll be partners as we keep reaching new milestones, and they will continue to reinvest and have a new renewed interest in what we're doing. And so that's all I can ask from any investor that works with us, that they see that their original contribution has made a difference and that they will continue to reinforce that investment.